Hey everyone, today we're talking about Perpetua and her role in the upcoming DC event, the Year of the Villain. Stay tuned for the end of this video where I'll give my thoughts on what this event means for DC canon. So for those of you that don't know, a lot has been going on in Justice League comics. After a trip to the future, Lex Luthor has started acting like a villain again, and has become convinced that the universe was invariably headed towards entropy and doom. He formed a new team of the Legion of Doom, consisting of the Joker, Gorilla Grodd, Cheetah, Black Manta, and Sinestro. And this new group has been making all sorts of crazy plays for power. You should check out the stories yourself or some of the videos we've done about the Justice League so far for further details. And actually, you can see those videos up here in this little card thing that we've made. But what you need to know for Perpetua is that after making a deal with a sinister being called the Batman Who Laughs, Luthor was able to do a number of key things that have made the Legion more powerful than ever, and prepare a scheme we still don't know the full details of. A new Ultraviolet Lantern Corps was created, the Legion has been seizing the power of various gods, a hero named Starman was pulled from the future and brutally interrogated by the Legion of Doom, while Batman's arms and legs were broken by Luthor using a powerful artifact that at first appears to just be an ordinary doorknob. The whole thing's been a lot of fun. Though the series is full of rough moments, it's also offering a lot of crazy details and these amazing little things that I've never seen in any other Justice League run. There's so many great parts with so many great characters in this series that I've become really endeared to this story overall and really engaged with what's going on with the characters. Things are complicated, but in a very rewarding way that if you actually read the Justice League series, is well explained and well done overall. To be honest, and it's a little hard to tell this early on with a story this recently created, so far this is one of my favorite superhero team comic book runs. It's really good, and I've really enjoyed how much I've become engaged with it overall. There's a nice balance for where each team member gets a chance to shine in the sun, and it is a really fun read because of that. I really like the focus on characters like Hawkgirl and Martian Manhunter. The art is really something to behold too. It's really creative and breathtaking at times. But as we get into the story, the Legion has been struggling back and forth with the Justice League, with the Justice League getting some victories and Luthor losing a number of key allies, most notably the Joker and Black Manta. With his numbers reduced, Luthor sought out a new ally in the form of Brainiac. On the Justice League side of things, Aquaman was replaced by Mera, while Batman was eventually able to recover from his injuries. Lex has accomplished a lot through this strange form of power called the Totality, which is a piece of the barrier that surrounds the DC universe called the Source Wall that was damaged during the event Dark Knight's Metal. This seems to be the key to everything we need to know about Perpetua, as the Totality was eventually revealed to be her prison. She's this sort of supremely powerful villain who was sealed eons ago by three cosmic beings, the Monitor, the Anti-Monitor, and the World Forger. Hints from the Justice League series suggest she is the creator of the world before the New 52 reboot, the new Earth created after the Crisis of Infinite Earths in 1984 that served as the main canon for DC content right up until the Flashpoint event in 2011. So what's going on here is at the core of the overall story of DC's Rebirth publication line currently going on, and the ongoing canon of their larger narrative. We learned that Perpetua wielded 7 forms of power to create that older world. And this older world is still very much relevant. Its effects and content are still being felt to this day, while characters like Jor-El and Superman very much are from that older world. When Perpetua was sealed away, the cosmic beings took some of her power and used it to make the Source Wall, and divided the rest of her army up into 2 races, humans and Martians. Luthor became intent on gathering these 7 forms of power to free Perpetua, certain that she has plans for them all, which he fully intends to be a part of in order to ensure humanity's survival. Starman later woke up, apparently with the power and knowledge of the Totality within him, and he began setting things right, things that Perpetua had deliberately broken in the universe, in the hopes that when she returned, those facing her would be weakened. So it seems like Perpetua is being set up as the main villain of this upcoming event, but there's enough here to suggest she might not be a traditional or straightforward enemy for the heroes of Earth. Starman also has a strong sense of what's going on, and, for example, understood the fact that Hawkgirl and the Omega Titans from the No Justice event were meant to stop a disaster like the Source Wall from falling apart. Since if the Source Wall were ever destroyed, then all of reality would go with it. The heroes thus attempted to repair the hole in the Source Wall once and for all with this newfound information, only for the Legion of Doom to attack during the operation, intent on using Starman's connection to the totality to finally open it and free Perpetua. This mission of the Legion of Dooms was actually successful, and Perpetua was freed. The new gods instantly felt her presence, and their energy was shifted and altered, though a number of them, including Darkseid, managed to escape this fate. Perpetua's first act was to destroy the Source Wall entirely, and as you can imagine, this is a big deal, though the move drained her considerably and she was left inert on Brainiac's ship. The Legion fled while the heroes were left to balk at the destruction in front of them. Without the Source Wall, the entire multiverse will be destroyed in mere months, while the people of Earth, in the eyes of pretty much everyone else in the multiverse, was clearly to blame for all of this. And to be fair, they pretty much are. The Justice League, interestingly, chose not to inform the people of Earth about this impending doom. So the Legion has Perpetua in their custody, though she is still dormant. They are gearing up for a war unlike anything the multiverse has ever seen. Meanwhile, the Justice League, on a journey to the sixth dimension, a sort of realm that looks over all of reality itself, find the World Forager and convince him to join the Justice League in order to help stop Perpetua. The World Forager provides a lot more information about the nature of Perpetua as well. She's one of many beings called Super Celestials, who create multiverses. But she went rogue, using 7 unnatural energies to create the DC multiverse we all know from the New Earth era. Her children, the Monitor, the Anti-Monitor, and the World Forager, did indeed stop her, but not by traditional means. They actually had to find the other Super Celestials, contact them, and ultimately cast her down. They weren't nearly powerful enough to stand up to their own mother. But the goal of Perpetua remains the same even after all these eons, to turn the multiverse away from the trajectory of justice towards doom, so that she might use it as a weapon against these other Super Celestials. The Justice League then return to Earth, where they find Luthor announcing to the entire multiverse of its own upcoming destruction. He gives everyone a choice, decide either with justice or doom. At the same time, Luthor seized the White House, freed villains all over the Earth, and destroyed his own building with himself inside it, creating a new and evolved clone body for himself, hinted to be part of this combined Martian and human race that Perpetua once used as her army. The Justice League is also in contact with other heroes in the multiverse and are seeking out the Monitor and Anti-Monitor to help against Perpetua and the Legion of Doom. They actually have managed to recruit the Monitor, while Luthor seeks out the Martian Manhunter with a particular offer for the alien. That's where we are so far, and I have to say I'm pretty excited for this event overall. It's awesome looking, and I'm really excited to see what happens next. What I think is most exciting is the idea of a Dark Reign type story for the DC characters. And it would be cool to explore a status quo in the DC comics where the villains are truly in charge. We got hints of something like this in Forever Evil, but that was a very different event which had much more of a focus on the crime syndicate more than anyone else. It should also be noted, I kind of hinted at it when it happened, but the destruction of the Source Wall is a huge deal. That hasn't really happened in other DC events. That's not something they normally dangle above us. This is a big thing. This means the destruction of everything on a scale we really haven't seen since the Crisis of Infinite Earths. One thing I found interesting about that, and might be telling about where things are going from here, is the idea that the Anti-Monitor and the Antimatter universe once served as the barrier for all of reality before Perpetua was imprisoned and the Source Wall was created. I'm not sure if that's where things are going, but it would be interesting and a very cool direction for the Anti-Monitor's character if he got his old role back. It's hinted in this story that's why the Anti-Monitor turned into a villain to begin with. So that could be a cool direction for the larger cosmology of the DC universe. So anyways, that's it for now, but yeah, this event really promises to be a barn burner in terms of what we can expect going forward. There's a lot of stuff on the line. I do apologize for the overall mic quality of this video. There was a lot of technical issues getting this one done, but stay tuned for more Comic Island related content, including what I'm sure will be more stuff on the Year of the Villain. If you are interested in checking out these videos, you should definitely subscribe to our channel. You can do that pretty easily. And don't forget to check out our Patreon page in the video description below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to keep reading comics.